Hi guys, welcome back to Fruitopia. We've just returned from our final winter getaway to the tropics, and well, it's now spring here in Australia. So spring, and they say a warm spring. We'll find out soon, right? But what we do know from being away in winter is it was very dry and warmer than usual. And I'll show you around the garden some of the impact that had whilst we were gone. Well, first of all, here with the lilies, you can see due to the lack of rain, they've collapsed. That's the first obvious standout, right? These are usually perky, but because there's no rain, they've succumbed from their own weight underneath the Wurtz avocado. And speaking about the Wurtz, it's super dry, so after I make this video, I'm gonna water this big guy, right? So that's a standout. And we've had a lot of pomelos drop down there, and that happened also back in July. So that happens between July and September. And another thing I noticed was the dryness of the star fruit here, the carambola, the cherry moya. A lot of drooping leaves. Citrus hasn't been affected. Oh, we have a banana down. I don't know why or how that happened, but one of these bananas here has collapsed. And the biggest issue I've had here has been the dryness of the rose apple. I don't know what the story is here, but check it out. I'm not sure if that's dryness or if that's cold damage. Yeah, so that's taken a big blow on the rose apple. I'm talking about this guy here. All right. Now, I'm guessing it's the cold, because if it was dryness, we wouldn't have new growth, right? You can't have new growth if the water's dying of thirst. Doesn't work like that. So it has to be cold damage, I'm guessing, right? Or a combination of both, cold and dry. So that's really copped it bad, but it should survive. I need to put a ring around it too to keep the moisture in. I kept it well mulched all summer and autumn, but now in winter all the mulch is gone and it really does need some the soil is moist, so it's not dry, that's pretty moist. It does need a lot more mulch and a ring. I'll give it a ring to retain the moisture. And as you can see, guys, look at that. It's endless. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this lime tree, this Tahiti lime tree. It's out of control. As I told you in the last video, we had, I don't know, around 200 or 300 limes back in June, July, and now in September we have another, well, maybe 200, right? A lot of limes. It's very prolific. So the Tahitian lime tree is your best friend if you want a lime tree, without any doubt. Obviously, this hasn't been affected by drought. The citrus hasn't been affected, right? Check out the lemon tree. It's like, again, what are we gonna do with all these lemons? That's a Lisbon. And that's the Tangelo, fully loaded, completely unaffected by winter drought. These are all the fig cuttings from the fig, three figs that I have back here, and also the apple that I pruned back in early July. As you can see, I just dump everything underneath the cherry moya, which is flowering for the very first time in winter. This started flowering back at the end of July, right? I've never seen that before, and this is also very thirsty. So I'm gonna have to water the heck out of this once I'm done filming here. The Fuerte avocado doesn't seem to be affected by the drought. It's really interesting to see which trees are and which trees aren't. This hasn't been affected. The Pinkerton seems to be coming back, right? I'm going to give it one last chance this spring, summer. If it doesn't recover from its funk, I'm going to pull it out. The new Chompu Longan is getting new growth here, right? But also looks a little cold, a little sad from the cold. But it's only been in the ground for, let's see if it's moist. Yeah, that's pretty moist. That's very moist. It's definitely not dry. It's just cold. This is cold, right? Cold related. Monstera Deliciosa still coming, waiting on that. Very slow process over winter. Oh, there you go. Starting to form now. Here you go. I'll do separate videos on these as the time comes. Yellow Jabuticaba has that cold look. Black Sapote looking okay, pretty good. Tasmanian pepper flowering, cute. Another lemon here, loaded. Lots and lots of citrus, guys. Citrus, no problem here. Oh, the yellow Jabuticaba's got new growth. Oh, good to see. Excellent. That's a nice sign on all the tips. Good. So it's going forward instead of backwards. That's what we want to see. Myoga, ginger there. First time I've seen it come up in winter. Persimmon waking up here. The young persimmon I planted a couple of years ago. That also needs to be mulched. That's the Daidai Maru, astringent variety. The new White Chatut mulberry is starting to wake up in its new location. I just planted this in here at the end of summer, right? I don't know if that's the ideal location next to the tall Dukas bananas, but run out of room, guys. I've run out of room, right? So I've got to plant it somewhere. And that's the place. Mandarins here, going off. This is the young White Sapoti, the Max Gold that I planted here last year. Didn't do very well last winter, and this winter seems to be attacked by snails and weeds. Right, you can see the snail damage here on the leaves. Max Gold. I've got enough of them though. I've got enough white sapote. So plantain, first plantain ever, is fruiting. A new, that's not a yacon, a new dwarf prune that I put in the ground last year is waking up. Sugar cane has collapsed. The sugar cane is mainly here as a windbreak, so I'm going to clean all that up too. A lot of work. Can you see how much work I've got to do? Look at all the weeds I've got to pull out. Unwanted grass, right? Another new dwarf apricot. These are pretty good. It fruited for us last year. It's not a yacon again. I'll put the yacon labels there. It's Tilton. There's its first flower. It's waking up. There's the ginger again. Another banana here. I showed you the bananas in a previous video. Another black sapote there. Right, planted this one in last year. Critters. That's pretty healthy, very happy. This is where I had an allspice this time last year, and it succumbed to root rot because of that awful amount of rain we had last spring in 2022. The allspice succumbed to root rot, and the black sapote seems to be happy in the same location. So go figure. Was it the soil that killed allspice? I don't know. It's the same soil. And this is another black sapote here, and both of them are grafted, two different varieties. And here we have the Chompu longan, which seems very unhappy, and I haven't figured out why. Very droopy. Looks like again, drought, but at the same time it's getting a lot of new growth. Right, when you see new growth like this, there can't be drought. You can't have new growth and drought at the same time. It doesn't work like that. When the tree is suffering thirst or exhaustion, or you can't have new growth. Oh, that's damp, that's wet, that's very wet. Definitely not going to be watering this. Not going to be watering this, guys. Right? It's like mud. It's like mud. So definitely not affected by drought here. But it looks like it, doesn't it? Looks like it's dying of thirst. See how you can be fooled by the look of a tree. So that's not going to be touched. Just let it be. Right? With its new growth. Just like the rose apple. The rose apple looks dead too, but it's shooting out new growth. Yeah, a lot to show you guys. There's another banana up there. I don't know what variety that is. Another persimmon here that's ready to wake up. That's the flat seedless. Just about awake. Just about another week or two. Yeah, another week. It'll be shooting out. It looks like we lost this. Well, let me check first. This is Barbados cherry or acerola. Let me see. I haven't got my glasses. I can't see. That looks dead. Hang on. Yep. Crunch, crunch, pop. Right? That's a quick way to tell. It's a very quick way to tell. Yeah, that's dead. That's dead. Alright, it's brown. So anyway, I'll leave it. These guys sometimes can surprise. Right? Let's see down at the bottom here. Brown. It's brown down at the bottom. Not good. Not good. Doesn't matter. I've got two other ones in the front driveway that are alive and healthy and happy. This was just the third one that didn't quite make it. That leaves me room here for another tree. So that's one advantage, or one benefit. This is a new starfruit I planted a couple of years ago. It's looking very tired. As tired as I was when we got in last night from Queensland. Yeah, this looks dry. To me, this is dry. Can you see how it's drooping? Wow. Dry because, tired because it's dry. But I'm gonna check the soil. Is it moist like the longan? Oh man, it's so wet. I'm definitely not going to be watering him. This is soggy wet. Soggy wet, very soggy wet. So it's not drought. Looks like it, doesn't it? Huh? Doesn't it look like it's thirsty? It's cold. This is cold damage, or cold effects of cold. And by the way, this is the Kembangan variety. Yeah. Wow, looks very stressed, cold stressed. I'm not gonna, well, I might actually. I was gonna not look at the two what do you call them? Sapodillas I have here. I haven't taken a look under either of them since May, and now it's September, right? It's a long time. There's another starfruit that's also tired, but not as tired as this one. This one is really tired, the Kembangan. The green sapodi is like amazing. Look at this champion. Huh? You can definitely grow green sapodi in Melbourne without any problems, guys. Look at this. This is unprotected. Huh? Does that look like a winter look to you? Huh? Looks like, to me, looks like it's the middle of summer. Look at that. Amazing. So, yeah, green sapodi for the win. Unfortunately, that loquat is gone. I lost the loquat, guys. The dwarf Nagasaki Wazi. He's out. Gone. So another space now for another tree. We've got two ice cream bananas here that are flowering. Not flowering, but fruiting. There's one there, right? And the one behind it is ready to shoot out as well. Yeah, there it is back there. You can probably just make out the bell coming out. The dwarf macadamia is super duper happy. Look at all the new growth coming from this guy. I was thinking of grabbing him and moving him here where the loquat was, right? Because I've always been afraid of this being too close to these bananas. See how close he is? Literally under. But I don't want to take the risk of losing the tree by digging him out. He's so happy there. See what I mean? He's so happy. It's 2 meters tall now. Exactly 2 meters. It's a shame that the loquat succumbed, and I don't know what it succumbed to. I have no idea what killed it. Definitely not the cold. These are very cold tolerant. I don't know. There's the graft here. It died at the graft. So if you guys know what could have caused this, that's ready to come out. Yeah, that's a goner. Goodbye, loquat. Got that one from Dailies. The Quaimak did alright over winter, right? Still got most of its leaves and sort of kind of waking up at the top here. Sort of, kinda. They always look really ugly in winter, or even in spring, until at the end of spring. That's when they flush out proper. Now the Rollinia, which I've had for 4 years, 2 years in the ground, seems to have held most of its leaves. Looks like most of the damage has been from bugs. See the holes? Bugs rather than cold. Bug damage. Yep. So that's doing okay. There's the other ice cream banana flower ready to shoot and open, right? So I've got a double deal going on here with the blue java. Yeah, a lot of weeds. Check out all the weeds around the dragon fruit. Damn. Yeah, from my neighbor, right along the fence. Perfectly manicured lawn. I wish many of you say that you had this land, this property size I have. Well, not everyone wishes that, because he's not using his. So careful what you wish for. All right, what I'm gonna do now is, and we've got some big whopping bananas up here, which you've already seen in previous videos. A lot of bananas to harvest this week. I'm gonna undo the sapodilla cover and have a look inside. Okay. Oh wow. Holy moly. Holy moly. Oh wow, it's paid off. The cover paid off. Wow, not a drop of water all winter. How long is it? May, June, July, August. 4 months, not one drop. And instead of dying from the cold, it's waking up for spring. What the heck? Oh man, the frost cloth paid off. Oh, wow. Guys, not a single leaf has turned yellow. Not one leaf. Not one. Well, that's terrific. Let's go and check the other one. And by the way, these are cold tolerant in when they get mature, right? When they're about 5-6 years old. But this is only year 2. Okay, let's have a look. Oh wow, the same with this one. Green. It's green and it's so hot in there. Wow, it's like 30 degrees. Awesome. And it's got that new growth at the top as well. Holy moly, guys. I'm really surprised that the frost cloth has worked so well. This is the Krausi variety. Doesn't look like much, but trust me, in previous attempts to grow this without protection, winter protection, has been fatal at this age, right? We're talking 1-2 years old. Like I said, when they're 5 and 6, then they can look after themselves here in my zone B climate. I just went into the soil, stuck my finger in there. Again, it's moist and soggy up against the trunk. So, what, 4 months of no water, no rainfall in here, and it's soaking wet. So no, this certainly does not need any water. even after being covered for 4 months. Yeah, that's how cool our winters are. Average temperature is 15 Celsius through winter. That's 58 to 60 Fahrenheit average winter day temperatures, and at night you're looking at around 6 to 7 Celsius average, which is 40 to 42. All right, this has been the best news so far out of what I've shown you in this video. That's the new mulberry that I planted last year, and it's already 2 meters tall. Mulberry is so easy here, plant and forget, right? That's the Angela. She's already covered in berries, but the first couple of years don't expect much. I'll be leaving those for the birds, just a couple for me to try. Looks like the sun's coming out finally. It's 12 noon. Okay, here we got the pink guava, so-called Hawaiian guava. I knew this was going to happen. The first ripe ones have fallen or knocked off by the birds, and as you can see, guys, it's super loaded. Yeah, they're falling off. Okay, let's try this one. Hi guys, I'm back with a Queensland suntan in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Okay, let's try this. Wow. Mm. 70% sour, 30% sweet. Good. The tree is loaded with Hawaiian Supreme guava. This one is 10 years old and 3.5 meters. Yep. Okay. My ice cream bean seedlings are ready to move out, ready to ship. If anyone's interested, I'm going to make a separate video. Just hit me up. They're also pretty dry. Well, again, half dry and half cold. And the Jabuticaba, the Sabara, it's shooting out new growth all around. This one's also 10 years old. A lot of trees hitting a lot of tropical trees hitting the 10-year point this year and next year. 2013 and 2014 is when I got serious about tropical. Okay, not much going on. It looks like it needs watering. Very dry, and the flower buds look dry as well. It was like this a month ago when I filmed it at the end of July, right? It's like that all the way across on every trunk, every branch. So we're not going to worry about that right now. We've got other things to do. The longan here that's been in the ground for 2 years. There you go, you got flies there, sun tanning. Look at the flies. I wonder if the flies have sunscreen on them. Yeah. Huh? You think he's using sunscreen? Or is the UV too high for him? That's what nature does, guys. Nice spring, early spring sun. So that's looking pretty healthy. Doesn't seem to have any cold damage whatsoever. Unlike the chompu, it's got last year's leaves turning yellow. What do we got here? This looks like a cutting that fell from the Australian native tamarind. Oh wow, check out this green sapote. Whoa, baby. It's heading north up towards the sky, especially that middle branch. So yeah, this is year 3 now for this tree in the ground, and 4 years old in total. As I said, once these guys get to the 5th and 6th year, they don't need any help from you at all. Not from me, not from anyone. Just like the white sapote there. See that white sapote? That's in its 4th year in the ground. And the tree is 5 to 6 years old. The magic number. Once you get to the magic number of 5 and 6 years old, you've basically landed yourself in the subtropics, even though you're not there. The same with this what do you call it? Jamun or a jambolan tree. That's only 2 years in the ground, right? And he's 3 years old. 3 years old, and he's exactly 2 meters tall. And you can see what's going on in year 3. It's a little slow. If I was in Florida, this would have been already 5 meters tall. But guys, we have 5-month-long winters. 5 months of winter here. So there's no chance he's going to be 5 meters tall in the 3rd year. Not happening. But I know he will be 5 meters tall in year 5. 2 more years. He'll be twice as tall as what he is now. He'll be over the Jaboticaba in another 2 years. Guaranteed, 100%. All right, guys, what else? The mandarins, the oranges. Looks like the choco crapped itself. Right from the cold, from the weight of its own self. I'm going to just rip all that out because it's giving problems for the neighbor on their apple tree. It's climbed up there, and they don't seem to be doing anything about it. No one's doing anything about it. This is the subtropical multi-grafted apple tree that I got from the fruit company. I don't know if he's happy there with all these lilies choking him. All these lilies which I did not plant have come up by themselves, and they're hard to get rid of. I tried to get rid of them last year, and I put taro here, but the lilies have won the battle, and taro has lost. Taro cannot outcompete lily. Lily is the winter champion, and taro is the summer champion. So what's going to happen in summer is all this lily will die back, and hopefully I'll be able to pull a lot of it out and put some more taro in. But as for the apple tree, I don't see any life. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. On that graft, it's got 4 different grafts. Yep, it's a little slow in waking up. And there's another new mulberry tree. Now here I'm confused. I'm not sure what's what. This is meant to be a black Pakistani that I got from Ross Creek, but it looks like the rootstock here is growing higher than the grafted side, right? So I'm not sure if that's the case, because it looks like it was grafted here. Correct? That looks like a graft to me, right here. And this is the rootstock. So the rootstock is not only doing very well, it's fruiting. All right, see the fruit? And the graft which is doing fine as well, isn't fruiting, but obviously it will fruit. Now I don't know if I should keep both rootstock and graft side by side, or cut off the rootstock. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Well, we'll wait and see. The Hass needs watering. It's thirsty, very thirsty, very, very thirsty. Hass avocado, that is. Right? All the avocados are flowering, needless to say. Red Dakar here, I'm hoping that it'll send out its first bunch ever. And these are the mature ice cream bean seedlings, the most mature ones. They're up to my chest, and these need to move out and ship out real fast. I'm gonna make a video on these, like I said. If anyone wants them, let me know and we'll do a good deal for you. There's the prune I did of the orange tree at the end of July. This is very vigorous, this orange. It's like, it was meant to be my backup orange tree that I planted 10 years ago. And now it's not the backup anymore. It's like the leader. He's in charge, he's the boss. And he gives me all that work every year. Every year, that's how much I cut off. It's a lot of work, guys. A lot of work. All right. And that's it for now. Let's see what else is going on. Got a lot of work ahead. A lot of work. A lot of work. A lot of work. Oh my gosh, do I ever. I think this is where we started. Yep, we're gonna finish it here, guys. And we'll do a part 2 from the front yard. This is the Fuyu, it's woken up. Fuyu always wakes up first. Here's another new mulberry. This is the so-called dwarf black mulberry. And he's absolutely full, loaded with mulberries all over. Like I've never seen before on any mulberry, even more than the red shatut. Crazy. Oh, and there's another view of the green sapote. Look at that champion, huh? Yeah. So doesn't look like the drought got him. Not with those perky new leaves. That doesn't look like a picture from a drought. There is cold damage, of course, on the young tender leaves at the top. See that? Interesting how the other green sapote didn't have any cold damage, yet it was far more exposed than this green sapote, which gets protection from the white sapote, pomelo, and so on. Interesting, huh? All right, so we've got the jaboticabas here. They're all doing great. Fantastic. I think that's it, guys. I'll do another video from the greenhouse. Not a good sight in there. A lot of dead dieback from lack of water. But thanks for watching. Oh, the ice cream bean. That's been fruiting all winter, but they're not ready yet. I think another month or two. They'll be ready in October. There's a whopper there. That's a big boy there. Oh, I also forgot the lychee. There's some more there. Look at all these pomelos. Look at this mushroom. This freaky mushroom that's growing on the wood there. Do you guys recognize that mushroom? A freak, right? This is the African pride. Dropping its leaves. In the ground for 1 year only. Yeah, they're the flowers again from the cherry moya. There's thousands of them. Never seen that in 10 years. The tree's 10 years old, 11 years old. Never seen it flower in winter. Never. Only in summer and autumn. Look at that. All right, guys. I'm going to finish off with the lychee. The Bosworth. This is totally shaded, which is not good. It's good for cold protection from frost, but not good for heat. It's not getting any heat. Okay, here we go. We've got a little bit of life coming on the lychee. Come on now. There you go. The lychee coming to life at the very, very beginning of spring. Week 1 of spring. Someone asked me, what should he do? Because his lychee is flowering. Do nothing, dude. Do nothing. What can you do? What are you going to do? You can cover it if you want to create a microclimate. That's all you can do other than doing nothing. But I'm just going to let it be. Right? Just let it be. All right. I haven't had any lychees yet in, wow, I think 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. Again, not the best site where I planted it. I didn't expect the guava here and the jabbo there and the pomelo there and this potted banana, which I can't move out, there, and the ice cream bean up there to engulf this guy. And engulf they sure are doing a great job of it, right? Like I said, great for winter protection, but not so good for getting some heat in here. See what I mean? All right, guys, over and out. Hope you enjoyed this update. We've got a lot of work to do. Did I say that already? I don't think I said that. All right, guys, please like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And we'll see you again from the next video coming from the front garden here at Fruitopia.